Hello, this is Mr. Vaughn with a quick tour of ALEKS, the student view on the ALEKS, with special emphasis on a parent looking at it, what you might like to know or need to know. So I'm going to talk fast to try to make the video quick. If you need to go back, obviously you can do that. So this is your child's home screen on ALEKS, the online math program that we use. In the middle here you can see how they're doing. They have 128 topics out of the total that they need for all of sixth grade. You can see where they're working on and click on it and get more information there. Pretty interactive. Up here at the top tells you how they're doing so far for the year. I think there's 355 topics altogether. This person has mastered 109, learned 19, and they have 222 remaining. Mastered means that they've proved it on a test through ALEKS. 19 means they've learned 19 since that last test, and then when they take a test again, they could have a chance to master them, and then they have 122 remaining. You can kind of gauge where we are in the year. My goal is for the students to have, I don't know how to get that back, the regular ALEKS Pi, there it is, to get to 300 by the end of the year. So we're almost halfway through the year, so this person should be closer to 150 at this point. So instead of doing just the 7 regular ALEKS topics per week, they probably want to be doing a few extra to get caught up to get to 300 by the end of the year. Other things you can see on the home page on how they're doing on their ALEKS, their weekly topics. They have 7 topics due on every single Monday, and you can see how they're doing on that by looking on that page. You can also see right here how they're doing on the current objective, what chapter that we're working on right now. The chapter objectives aren't graded, but I tell the students that as we get closer to the chapter test, you're going to want to get this number, how many you have, closer to the number of topics left in the chapter. Oops. So again, those aren't graded, but it's a good gauge of how much you have done toward the chapter that we're working on. That's pretty much it on the main screen. Reports is another place I'd like to show you. Lots of good information there. You can click on the current objective right here and view full report, and it'll tell you, or maybe you can, board's a little bit off, and see how they've done on all the chapters we've done so far this year. Once a child finishes a chapter, if we're in the middle of it, they can go back and get caught up on some of this stuff. So this person had 98% at the pre-course stuff, 63% on the first chapter, 51% on the fourth chapter, or third. We did them out of order, but we're working on chapter 4 right now, so you can see that information there. Going back to reports, if they've done more than their 7 ALEKS topics for the week, that thing on the main screen will disappear. It'll say 7 out of 7, then they do one more, and it'll be done. They can still work on more topics, and you can find out right here how many more they've done. So once this gets, like I said, past 7, this could be 9 or 19, whatever they're working on there. So the week activity is a good place to go to see how they've done. And you can click on this also and get their past activity. So you can scroll, get that off over there, back in history, and see how they've done for the various weeks. So this person could be doing a little bit more work if you look back. These things should be, having 7 topics instead of the 5 for that whole week. So you can look back at a parent and see how they're doing on that. One more thing on the reports section that I wanted to show you. It's actually on the second page here, progress history. So ALEKS will kick the kids over to an assessment after they've done so much time on ALEKS, and then the district has us doing scheduled one at various points throughout the year. And this is a great thing for you to look at, especially as the year gets on a little bit, to see their progress. And as you can see, hopefully this has grown and will continue, hopefully, to grow throughout the year. September, they had 22%. October assessment, they got 31%. We're taking another one in December, and so hopefully that one will go up even more. So that's a good place to look. So, what kind of assignments might you get on ALEKS? There's two things, in my class at least, that we grade on ALEKS. These topics right here, which is just working on individual things that the child needs to do within the topic that we're working on. So if we're adding and subtracting with decimals, and the student doesn't know how to add and subtract just regular numbers without the decimals, ALEKS will kick them back to without the decimals and give them that baseline. If you already know how to do it, it won't make you do it. So it's an individualized thing. Continue my path, and this is where they're working on the 7 topics for the week, and they can work on it. There's almost always, this person didn't get it because they're in the middle of one, an explanation first. I encourage the students to read the explanation before they get into it. Over here on the side they can get some help. Not all the topics have this, but this one has a video link, a little 2-minute thing on how to do the problem. I also have it linked to our textbook. And then they can message me about it, and it'll show me a screenshot of what they're working on at the time. If they're working on stuff and it's a little bit difficult, they've had 3 fraction topics in a row, and they want to do something different, they can click on this drop-down thing right here and see other stuff that they are eligible to do, I guess for lack of a better word, across the way. So that's a good way to get in there. And then this is another place to see the chapters that they've worked on in the past. So those are the ALEKS topics. When those are completed, they'll show up there. And then I'll also put in ALEKS assignments. This is more like picture a worksheet. The teacher wants me to do these problems. So I can go in and create 5, 10, 20 problems or a test review specifically on problems I want. That should show up on the main screen here with there's something else to do. But you can also see it in assignments. And this person, you can see like this was a test review for chapter 2, and you can see their results were pretty good, and then all the other assignments they're working on. So 2 things that you'll get graded for ALEKS are the weekly topics and specific assignments. And I think that's it. So please give me a call or email me if you have other questions on this. There's lots of other features to this program, but I wanted to give you a brief outline so you might be able to help your kid out a little bit more. Thanks.